Throw it down, big man.
Welcome everybody back to the Throw It Down Big Fella podcast. We are in the new year 2025 and I had to bring my guest. I mean, she's been here so many times. Really family of the show. This is my lovely, wonderful, talented sister, Miss Cicely Rufus. Thank you so much, Cicely, for joining us once again on this wonderful podcast.
Well, thank you. Thank you for having me. I'm glad to be back and excited.
Excited for the new year 2025. So, of course, we've left 2024. A lot of things happened in the year. Good, bad, ugly. So let's just talk about the year 2025. The year we're in now, we're in day 3 of it. Yeah, day 3 of it. So, of course, we have to start with the tragedy that happened in New Orleans on Bourbon Street, the terrorist attack that happened New Year's Eve into New Year's Day. What are your thoughts about what happened on Bourbon Street? That was just very devastating, of course.
Very devastating. Really hated to hear that news, especially at the start of the year. It's just crazy. You never know when it's, going to be your last day or when things can pop off and happen when you're just minding your business, out and about, living your life. So very important, and I know we're going to talk about it later, your spiritual health in times like these, because you never really know.
What could be it could be your last day. And people were just, I've never been to New Orleans. I've always wanted to go to New Orleans, check out Bourbon Street, probably do some other stuff there. But I'm sure a few of them, 15 of them were killed, were like, should I really go out and celebrate this New Year? Should I really? And I've always, my expectation is you live life to the best of your ability, no matter what could happen. If you want to have fun, you should have fun. But to those people that were just trying to have fun and come in with the new year, and for this to happen, I mean, would you, seeing what happened in New Orleans, would this, alter your mindset a little bit, going, forward? How would you, enter into this new year? Would you try to be more safe, or do you just continue to live life free and willing to see what happens?
I think it's really important to take precautions. I was actually talking with my mother a couple days ago about protection. Getting your concealed weapon, especially as women. Getting some pepper spray and putting it on your keychain and making sure it's on you when you get out the car, get in the car, kind of things like that. But other than that, just taking the necessary precautions, just staying prayed up and repenting.
Guns are a very sensitive topic for me, because at one hand, I feel like every household needs to have a gun to protect themselves, their family, others. You need to have a gun. But on the second hand, I'm like, I don't know what I'm doing with a gun. I don't know if I could even, what would happen if I accidentally shoot somebody, my children, dog, anything, something can happen. So what would be your advice on guns? Do you feel like guns should be in the household, or do you just feel like just have prayer and connection with God? What's the balance of that?
I think it's a problem too. I mean, you definitely only want to do things that you're comfortable with doing. So if that's not something that, a person may not be comfortable with doing, then maybe there'd be some other measures that they can take. Maybe take classes, self-defense, things like that. But of course, staying prayed up and repenting. That's really all you could do.
I mean, yeah, of course. We're on the subject of religion. A lot of people are just, they always start the year with saying, I have to be more connected with God. I wish that would be one of my New Year's goals, to be more connected with God. For those that are new to religion, trying to go back to church, trying to get back on that right path, what are some easy steps that they can do to get back on the path of God, or wherever God that they serve? What would be several keys?
Seeking a relationship with God. When you knock, you will find. So as long as you keep knocking, and as long as you keep, staying prayed up, being grateful for life in itself, being grateful that God woke you up. Those are some of the things that you can be doing on a daily basis, and there's nothing wrong with repenting every day. Why not?
Mm-hmm. I mean, God said, look, if you have the right heart to repent, it can't be just like a lifeline. Oh, well, I did this. Let me go talk. God can repent me, It's like a life, like a get out of jail free card. No, we have to like take it as, I messed up. Let me try my really best to not do that again, to try that sin again. I know it clearly says, no sex before marriage. Well, let me do like, I don't know, 30 a month, 2 months. And then if I slip up, I slip up. But it's like every day I would have, no, I mean,
You don't want to take advantage of the grace and mercy that we have with the Lord. Yeah, definitely don't want to do that. I feel you on that.
So I just think people need to take that as, do better, but try hardest to preach that love of Christianity, whatever, like I said, whatever religion you believe in, Catholic, all the religions out there, take that advantage to get better in your Christianity. Read the Bible. I know it's taboo. It goes in one, it goes out the other. You're reading the Bible, but there's a lot of good messages in the Bible. It can't just be, okay, just start Genesis 1 and just read all of it. No, I would say get the Bible app, a very, very good app. Get the Bible app. They have so many lessons on there, from love to relationships to anxiety to manhood, which I need to focus on more on the manhood side of things for me personally. It has so many lessons out there about divorce, just several key things that you can apply to your everyday life. And I would take advantage of that, Have a little small Bible group. They can be at Starbucks and be at Dunkin' Donuts, whatever you prefer. The small basic steps to be a better Christian. So I think those things are very, very key. It doesn't have to be just going to church every Sunday. I mean, you can go to church.
Actively seeking and actively engaging in your relationship with God every single day.
Yeah. And I have to work on getting a little personal. I always base my stuff on race, like especially being a black man. I've always had that caution of, okay, I'm a black man. I have to make sure I'm even more 100% clean than like a white man or a white woman. And for you being a black woman, I mean, I always feel like the most disrespected race is the black woman. I've always felt that way, like from the beginning of time, and black men are like right there. Do we need to I don't know, like calm the race thing down a little bit? Do you feel like it needs to be more God-centered focus instead of always race and always trying to pick that fight and always have that thought around our mind, like, okay, because we're black, things ain't going my ways, or I'm not getting this job, or I'm not getting the advantages of life. Like, do we need to cut that out, the race part, and just focus more on the God and religious part? Or
I'm just at a point in my life where I could care less. Like, it is what it is. No excuses. Is the playing field level fairly? No. But the only thing that I can do every day is wake up and do the best I can. So that's what I do. I do think that we need to focus more on our spirituality, our relationship with God. I think that's most important. What's for you is for you. What God has for you, nobody can take away. Doesn't matter what you look like. So that's kind of how I look at things.
Yeah. And shout out to my circle in my household that basically just said, we have to stop with the black people, just have to stop with the excuses of, it's because I'm black, I'm not getting this, or because I'm black, I'm doing that. I mean, we saw last year with Kamala Harris, like, she was so close to being our president. A black woman was so close to be president, didn't happen, but she's not going to give up. I'm sure she's just not going to pack her bags and not try again. I'm sure she's going to try again at some point, try to be president of the United States. But all black people, we all as black people, we need to alter our minds a little bit and just be like, this is God's what he wants. If it's our time, it's our time. If it's our time to move up the ladder and job-wise or corporate-wise, it's our time. So if I have more faithfulness in God, manhood, God, if I did that, I would be more centered and I wouldn't, my blood pressure wouldn't go up, my stress level is up. I had to go up on my blood pressure medicine, so I have to really for this year really calm down my stress level. I'm doing more yogas and Pilates now, which I never thought I'd be doing yoga and Pilates. By the way,
That's
like
great.
I never thought I would do that. So let's talk about like exercises besides God and getting more centered with God. What are some other things like Pilates, yogas, eating better? Like, what do you think is the key for anybody to have a better center of health moving forward?
I think that everybody should do what they want to do, what they prefer to do. For me, as far as exercise and health goes, I like to lift weights. I like strength training. I feel like it gives me the results that I'm looking for, and the results are a little bit longer lasting with strength and weightlifting. So I've been doing that, but there are others who prefer a little bit more cardio centered.
What's your weight that you do?
It depends on what I'm working on. For instance, I wouldn't use the same weight level for arms or chest or shoulders that I would for legs, because my legs are a bigger muscle and can handle a little bit more. So it just kind of depends on what part of the body that I'm working on. But there was a point where I was going to Pilates, and I love Pilates, and I think that that's amazing.
Focuses on breathing more, breathing techniques, hip flexibility, movement,
mobility, which is really important.
Yeah, especially when you get older like me, you're getting 5 more years to be 40. I mean, I'm getting there.
What is this getting older? Like, for me, I'm gonna forever be that girl, no matter what age.
What the age is, you're still gonna be, we're still gonna be young at heart, but we're getting older. I mean, I'm getting gray hairs now, like a little gray, like getting old. Like it's that time. I remember we were little, me and you. Like it was. I always see the baby pictures when I go to our mom's house, and I'm like, or baby pictures into teenagers into college, and I'm like, man, I don't recognize this guy no more. Like I don't recognize this. Like, man, who is this guy? Like, but I think, like you said, yoga, Pilates, eating better. Okay, what is a good diet? I need to know what's a really, really good diet besides red meat. I'm trying to like really not do red meat, but like, is it just salmon, like seafood, like salmon, shrimp? Like, is that a good starting point?
Yeah, I mean, chicken, salmon, fish, turkey. Those are all white meats.
Yeah.
I don't do red meat. That's just a preference of mine.
Never. Not a burger,
I would not eat a burger. I don't know when the last time it was I had a burger.
I know. And y'all, she is absolutely right. Like she does veggie burgers, which are
been years.
They're not good for me, but I mean, maybe I'll work my way to that point at some point. But she really doesn't. You really don't eat red meat at all. Like I commend you for that, sis. But I need to. I think my thing is like meal proportions. Like I always get like 3 pieces of salmon or like a big piece of salmon. Maybe just kind of dial back a little bit on that piece of salmon.
Just have to train your body, retrain your mind and body.
Is breakfast is that an essential meal I have to take? Because I really don't. I kind of skip breakfast a lot.
I do intermittent fasting. I don't eat. I haven't had my first meal yet.
Wow.
Unless I'm working out in the morning. If I'm working out in the morning, I have to have something on my stomach before I work it out. But if it's a rest day or something.
So I think for me, I mean, I need to like work on that part, work on the eating part. Water. I will probably go maybe 4 or 5 days straight without water, and then it's like I'm like a fiend. Like I need something like caffeine, something like. What are not like good non-caffeine? Because again, I'm trying to stay away from Mountain Dews, all that, Pepsi, all that. But I'll drink water. So like Gatorade Zero, Powerade Zero. Is that like?
It's electrolytes. We need our electrolytes.
So that's a good starting point to do the Gatorade.
Maybe
powders.
get consistent in it. Maybe start with 1 water bottle a day, just a normal water bottle, if that's something that you're not doing. So have your 1 water bottle and your Gatorade, and then slowly increase your water, decrease your Gatorade over time.
And what's a good amount of water to drink? Like, what's a two? Is it 1 liter, 2 liter?
I would say a good. There's a technical way to do it. I just can't think about it right now. But I would say a good gallon or so.
A good gallon. Okay.
Is good for a day.
So a good gallon and maybe like 1 Gatorade, not like Gatorade Zero, not regular Gatorade. Gatorade Zero or sparkling water. Is sparkling water?
Yeah,
do you do
sparkling water.
Okay.
I love sparkling water.
You do purified, right? Not spring. Oh no, spring. You do spring. What's the difference between spring and purified? Just to tell like you told me this a while back ago. What did you?
I don't even recall. It's just something that I've been doing for years.
You did research? I thought you researched and said
I can't
purified.
recall.
You
I
said
think
on
the spring water come from actual springs. That's my belief.
So it's more pure water. So it's more pure water. Spring.
It's natural.
It's natural.
In
Purified.
my mind, I feel like spring water is more natural. Comes from the earth. But like purified water is something that was created in a lab. That's how I feel.
People are looking at pure what lab? Like they're gonna let
yeah, somebody just, you know what I'm saying?
So they should have gave the people that what happened in Flint, Michigan. They should have got spring water instead of purified. They remember they had all they kept giving them purified. I thought you had said like they need to give me some spring water. I don't know why they trying to give me some purified water. I could be misunderstood. Like
I wouldn't say I haven't had purified water in years. I try to stay away from it as best as I can. But if I'm out and about and I'm drinking some water, and the establishment I'm at or restaurant or whatever only has purified, I will drink purified at that point because I have to drink something.
Okay.
So.
Well, so stuff is coming up, of course, this year. I just realized this yesterday. Trump's inauguration is the same day as MLK Day.
Is that right? Wow.
So I'm trying to think positive about our new president, but the fact, like, he probably can't control us because I think it's like the 20th of the day of January that new presidents are. And I think for MLK Day, it's like the 3rd Monday of January. So it just happens to fall on the same day and all. But our new president-elect will be sworn in January 20th. What are the expectations for him? Like, do you think it would be good? Like, how do you think this will play out for year one back in office for him?
I'm going to continue to live my life the way I try to, the way I want to. You know, of course, God's will is the way, but I'm just going to wake up every day and
pray. Let's just pray.
It doesn't matter.
It's God. It's all God. It's all God. I mean, like we said earlier, like we have to have more faith in God and what He can do and how can He deliver us from all the things that we go through in life, you know, like whether it's job, whether it's finances, whether it's family, relationships, like He will carry us through. And we've been through, as our family, been through a lot throughout the years. We lost 3 very important people in our family just last year. RIP to our family. It was Sandra, Denise, Wade, Lisa, and Luther, who was one of the original Memphis 8 graduates from the University.
He was the first.
He was the first graduate.
First Black graduate of back then Memphis State.
Memphis State, yeah.
Which is now the University of Memphis.
So, RIP to them and our families. Continue to pray for our families as well. You have anything else you want to add on this? What can we, expectation-wise, for the year
I just
2025?
expect what I want for everybody is to just live every day unapologetically. Do the best you can. That's really all you can do. don't be too unrealistic with the, what do they call it? New Year's resolutions. Don't be too just, ease into it. Ease into it.
I want to lose 100 pounds. Yeah, work your way to that.
Yeah, just set smaller goals like quarterly or monthly goals. And just work your way into it, and everything's gonna be okay.
And if you're serious about having a relationship with God, going to church more, becoming a better Christian, not just start going to church the new year, like consistently go throughout the entire year. Don't have any log. I mean, stuff happens. Life happens. I get it. Like, you get sick or family gets sick. That's understandable. But just to say, wake up and say, I don't feel like going to church. I mean, just no logic reason as to why you don't want to go to church. Like, let's stop that practice right now. Like, try to be better at it. Try to be better Christians, better husbands, better wives, better family members, better everything that you want to do in life. Be better at that and go 10 times above that, and working into what you want to do. It's the old saying, hard work will make your life easier and it will get to your ultimate achievement and goal in life. You do that, sky's the limit. Sky is very, very the limit. All right. Well, that will conclude this wonderful episode, New Year, 2025, New Year. I want to thank my very special guest, Miss Sister Rufus, for coming by again. You can follow, what's all the stuff you can follow? Because I probably I forgot all of it, but our audience would like to know.
Yeah, you can reach me at Cicely Justine on Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, and most importantly, YouTube. I also have a podcast, the C and Co Show, on YouTube, and we're also on Instagram and TikTok. And
when can we expect this, y'all? To see and Co?
Yes, we are actually returning this year.
Okay, that's a teaser.
We're looking at we little teaser. We coming, and when we come, we're gonna come hard. So be on the lookout.
I got suggesting Grammys. Y'all should do like a Grammy recap.
Okay, yeah.
That could be the
We've
first.
done that. Yeah,
you did that. You did that last year. That would be a good. Yeah, we're back, y'all. We're gonna get into all the stuff from Grammys because Drake came out with a diss track on LeBron, and
recently.
Yeah, yesterday, and it's called.
But not on Kendrick.
Not on Kendrick.
Okay.
So it's just some stuff that's gonna happen this year, you guys. No messiness and all. And you guys did a wonderful job breaking down the Grammys and all the other stuff, messiness that went on. So please check out that podcast when y'all get back. It is must-see TV, you guys, must-see. Well, that will conclude this wonderful episode, you guys. For Greg Rufus and my guest, Sister Rufus, we will see you guys next time. Until then, peace out.
Throw it down, big man.